Welcome back to the iAchilles channel, everyone. Sorry about my appearance today. I had to drop the radical pose for the rational doctor visit. I got to go see the doctor, have him check out my back. So that's why I've got my geek wear on. I want to look a little respectable, you know. Can't go in there looking like a radical. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about the First Amendment and what the government's doing right now to undermine our First Amendment rights. You got to ask yourself, why are they doing all of this stuff? Why are they attacking our individual liberties? I mean, our rights in the Bill of Rights. Why are they attacking them? Why are they trying to undermine them? Cass Sunstein, who is the regulatory czar for Barack Obama, he has advocated that you don't have to take away their rights, you just regulate them away from them. They'll still be there, the rights will be there, but they'll make it very difficult or impossible or inconvenient to exercise your rights. For example, just let me read the First Amendment to you real quickly. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievances. To peaceably assemble. For example, the people who marched on Washington last year. They're not going to be allowed to do that anymore. They're going to ban protests on the mall in Washington, D.C. What they're going to do is they're going to give you your ability, you're going to be able to keep your ability to, your right to assemble, but what they're going to do is they're going to build corrals off the beaten path, out of the limelight, for you to protest. The whole idea behind protesting is so that people see you protesting against something your government or something you disbelieve in. That's what protesting is about. If you tuck them in a corner somewhere, really? Do you really have your rights? Somewhere over there where you can be ignored? I'm sorry, that's not freedom of assembly. It's not. It's regulated. But see, the freedom to assemble still exists. That's Cass Sunstein. Freedom of the press. The FTC put out I don't know if it's a bill, but it was something they want to be a bill. And they're priming the waters with this. They introduced this, they released this Friday before the Memorial Day weekend. A long 3-day weekend, so it could get buried and hopefully not talked about. A few outlets talked about it, but very few, if any, really mainstream. No mainstream even touched on this issue, because they don't want the people to know. The FTC put out this, the Federal Trade Commission put out this paper on that Friday, and they're calling it the reinvention of journalism. They're talking about taxing people to subsidize journalists. It's a 47-page document. On page 29, they are going to tax news outlets based on their socially beneficial purpose as determined by the government. So now the government is going to decide whether or not it's socially beneficial to the population, the people, to hear it. If it's not, then they'll punish you. And in other words, if you do a story the government likes, you get a tax credit. If you get a tax penalty if you write something they don't like or deem socially unbeneficial to the recipient, to the people. Isn't that incredible? The FCC wants to create net neutrality. The Supreme Court is fighting against it because it's unconstitutional. So what the regime is going to do is they're going to take the back door in. They're going to deem the internet a utility, which gives them the right under the Commerce Clause to go in and regulate the internet. What is here? It's the fairness doctrine on steroids is what it is. It's to limit people's freedom of speech. Do you see? There'll still be the internet. There will still be people talking, and there'll be news there. And they'll say, see, your freedom of speech is still there. We're just going to regulate the content to make sure that it's socially beneficial to the people hearing it. That's not freedom of speech. That's control. That's totalitarianism. The United States is a country of laws. Do you see what they're doing? They're creating laws which are going to make our rights inconvenient. The right to bear arms. They're going to tax ammunition to the point where, and guns and regulations and fees and what have you, so that people who are poor can't afford to own a gun. They couldn't afford it. Your right is still there. You just pony up the dough. Do you see, they're going to make all of these things hard to do. And that's how Cass Sunstein is working to undermine our Constitution. Barack Obama came out the other day and said that the Republican Party is standing in the way and has been no help whatsoever in building this new foundation in the United States of America. The new foundation. So the new foundation, what does a new foundation do? It replaces an old. What is the old foundation? The Bill of Rights, the Constitution. Barack Obama has said himself many times that the Constitution is an imperfect document. See, they believe that the Constitution is a living, breathing organism that must evolve. I say that the Constitution does not need to evolve. It should be written in stone, and people need to evolve to the Constitution. For example, the Constitution said that all men are created equal, but the black people were not equal when that Constitution was written, and many years after they were still not equal. The people evolved to the Constitution, and now they are equal. You understand? The powers that be want you to believe that they're not, but they're the ones who have been oppressing them for years under welfare and social programs, saying, we will help you, we will help you. And if they rose up against that, they'd be cut off. You know, why would they bite the hand that feeds them? And that's what it's all about. This government offering. Listen, do you know that it's only like 41% of the population that pays taxes into the United States government? 41%. So the other 60-something% of people don't even pay taxes. Do you understand that? That's why we need a tax overhaul. We need a flat tax so that everybody contributes to our government. Everyone. So that when a politician goes up there and says, I'm going to give you free health care, everybody goes, wait a minute. How much is that going to cost me? Is it going to be beneficial to me? Am I going to get the same treatment for what I'm paying now through my taxes? Because everybody will have to pay. But what they're doing is they're creating an underclass that does not have to pay and will always vote for the people who offer them gifts because they're not helping pay for it. That's democracy. You understand? That's what they're creating here. It's self-defeating. It will ultimately fail. These people are conducting a silent revolution in America. They're undermining our Constitution. They're building a brand new foundation. A collectivist foundation. Under collectivism, individual liberties suffer. And this country was founded on individual liberties. That's what the Bill of Rights is all about. God bless America. Hopefully November goes our way.